And with that, I say hello, everybody, and welcome to the Isle of Wight. And with that, another video. Yeah, another Train Sim World video. How about that? Let's put in the stuff, unlock the doors. Today we're on the Isle of Wight post new trains. These are the old ones. This is one of my favorite routes of the game, so I figured, hey, let's give it a go. Before we head out, we're gonna turn the lights on. There you go. Also, very important, turn the lights on in here. There you go. Close that back up. And yeah. So this is a very small, very short line. I think the whole course from one end to the other only takes like half an hour or so. Maybe like 40 minutes. It's not that big of a route. But, you know, short and fun. And quite unique, actually. Yeah. Let's lock them up. Release the brakes. And get it going. So, this train is actually... We're kind of wheel slipping right now. This train is actually really special because it's a former, as far as I know, a former London Underground tube stock. Kind of being reused on this line. And actually, I'm pretty sure these don't exist anymore. Because there's another DLC for this game called the Isle of Wight 2022. And I think starting in 2022, they actually replaced these old trains with newer ones and refurbished a bunch of stations. Or like rebuilt them. But I personally prefer the older version. It's a lot more fun. And also, the this train is very unique in the sense that it has 2 forward gears. So right now we're in forward 1. And once you reach about 25, 26 miles an hour, like right now, you can switch it up to forward 2. And it'll take a little bit. But it'll pick up speed. It's like a second gear, really. It's very interesting. One thing I do not know about controlling this train, and you can help me out in the comments here, is when you switch from forward 1 to forward 2, do you let go of the throttle? Do you put it in idle? Or do you just like keep going? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a nice little short trip, so if I figured, you know, might as well make a video out of it. And this is actually a pre-recording. I'm recording this right after I recorded the first episode, the Taranta Rampe we did with the BR 620, or 612, sorry. Just because I felt like, hey, I'm already like in the zone, might as well record another one. This route is quite beautiful, and this scenario, as you can see, takes place in the winter. So it's like extra fancy, you know? We got a speed limit coming up right here, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Alright, oh, also oh no, this train doesn't even have any security system, so there's nothing to enable. I'll try my very best to keep note of the, like, signage at the side of the track. Because an interesting thing with this route is, before the refurbishment, there's a lot of unsecured road crossings. And when you come up to those, like, I think right now, yeah, you have to whistle. It's quite a cute whistle for this train, but it works. It works. Right. We got a 20 coming up, so we gotta slow down a little bit more. Usually the brake setting EP hold I don't know what EP stands for, but the hold setting breaks pretty well. I'll probably have to actually put in the minimum right here. Yeah. There you go. Wonderful. But we're almost, oh no. Well, we're gonna drive past a station here in a second, but it's actually not our stop because we are an express service. So our next stop is Shanklin, is what that's called. And then what we do is we turn around and go to the depot, I think, the depot. Usually at the start of these scenarios, it gives you like a little text explaining the scenario. Didn't do that for this one. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's actually check out the station here. It's very interesting because, as you can see, it's broad enough to support 2 tracks. But, oh, we can actually accelerate here. But there's only 1 track, so that's very interesting. I'm not sure what the intricacies are behind this. Maybe it used to be an unelectrified double track main line, or like line. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the Isle of Wight railroad, but apparently it's quite the extensive network. But you know, I've never been. I wouldn't know. It's just a fun little route I like to ride on in the game. I think I forgot to sound my horn there in time, so luckily there was no one on that crossing. Just another one coming up, yeah. Alright, there is a significant speed limit decrease coming up. I'll have to be ready for that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, let's check the... Yeah, we're pretty much going down the entire line here. Oops. So I guess we'll see what happens after. I didn't need to do that right there, I just did it for fun. That's actually an interesting question. I don't know if anybody knows this, but are train drivers allowed to toot their horn for fun? Or is that like against protocol? I don't know. Let's put in the brake here. Going down to 15 miles an hour. Quite the crawl now, but you know. I think I also just like slowed down too early. So let's get a bit more power going here. Okay, we have to go down to 10 now. Probably should go down to forward 1. See how that helps us out. Maybe that lets me... No, it still accelerates above 10. I wonder why there's like such a slow speed limit for this station. These people might be faster running than I am right now, but luckily it's about to pick up again. And I'm a little bit over the speed limit right now. Let's just slow down. Also, very interesting. I totally forgot to check. I only noticed in editing, but remember in the in the last video, Tarantarampa, when I kind of missed my stop in Udaran, I still got gold for that, so I still had enough points to get, like, the high score. Which is very interesting that that's possible, even though I missed an entire stop. But, hey, I'm not complaining. Alright, pick up some more speed here. And I want to actually see now, I want to go up to like maybe 25 and then switch over to forward 2. And see if, before I switch over to the quote-unquote second gear, before I do that, if it's better to actually put the train into idle. And a whistle here. Because I'm really not sure how this train is supposed to be handled. Both works. Both ways work just fine. So, but, you know, I don't know which one's realistic. We're going uphill here, so we're picking up speed quite slowly. But we should be back on even ground here pretty soon. Such an interesting little train. Alright, let's go up to, let's put them in idle. Go up forward 2. Yeah, I don't know. It's the same way. It's the same thing, so I don't know if it really makes any difference, or I don't know which one is the realistic way, you know, the way it's done in service. I'm also not very familiar with British trains. I just like driving them in this game. Alright, we're about to come up to Shanklin. Then we'll see what we have to do there. Probably just go back, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. We'll see. Kind of try to stay at this speed here. This train can actually go quite a bit faster. I remember I was kind of like digging around with this train in free roam, and I hooked up like 6 of these to each other and had them go on the Bakerloo line to be like funny, and it actually like got pretty fast. I don't remember how fast it got exactly, but it was quite significant. And I'm speeding. Oops. I think it was like 60 miles an hour or something like that. So these things can actually pick up a pretty quick pace here. Then let's come to a halt. Perfect. Way better than Tarantarampa. This is always, there you go. Let's turn the lights off here. There you go. And this is something that happens. You just kind of clip out of the train sometimes. It's really strange. Morning. Okay. And let's get back into the other seat. Turn on the lights. The key, lever, put it in forward. And then, yeah. Don't apply any power yet. And we are ready to head out. Oh, also. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Let me just real quick, because I forgot to Oh my god, what the? No, please. Oh my god, no, that's, I just want to turn off the... There you go. Turn off... Hold on, can I actually turn on headlights? No, you can only turn it on and off. Let's glitch my way through. Oh my god, can I please... Well, luckily I'm not on a schedule here. There you go. It's locked, right? It's locked shut. Nobody's getting in or out. Alright, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Quick. Make haste. Yeah, now the light situation is fixed. Got the headlights here. Close that. Headlights here and the rear lights on the back. Perf. And we're off again. Now we're able to pick up speed again. Door lock. Cool. There's some cool buttons here, and I don't really need to use at all. Pretty neat little train. Let's go to forward to see how that helps us out here. Yeah, there you go. Once it switches forward gears, it like does this little jolt, and then it really gets going. Perfect. So dinky looking. I love it. We got a whistle here. I wonder how long you're supposed to sound the horn, or how often even. I know that here in Germany there's some... We have the P signs. Literally a sign of a P on it. Yeah, you're supposed to sound your horn once, and then we have signs for like two P's on top of each other. You're supposed to sound your horn twice, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know if there's something like that here in Great Britannia. But at least not on this railroad. It just looks really cool in the winter. Thumbnail shot. There you go. We're about to hit a 15 limit again. So wait, this is interesting. On the way to Shanklin, I had a 10 miles an hour limit. Well, at first I had a 15, and then I had a 10. But now it's only a 15? I find that very interesting. Perfect. Kinda had to slam in the max brake there. I hope that didn't disturb any of my passengers. If I even have any right now. No. Nobody's on the train. Maybe that's even on purpose. Maybe I'm just doing an empty run back to the depot. Or something like that. We'll see. There was a description of it, of the scenario, and before you start the game, but it said something about a depot, I'm pretty sure. But I forgot. Sorry. So it's quite interesting. There's actually some unelectrified remnants of infrastructure here. I'm just gonna let it coast. There's also stuff down here, which makes me wonder if this used to be like maybe a spur line or something like that. Because you can see like the I'm not sure. I'll have to read up on the history of the Isle of Wight Railroad, because I know that there's a lot of very interesting history about this island's rail infrastructure. Maybe I should have done some research about that before starting recording this video. Oops. We're, like always, very professional on the Poltermelon channel. Little house. A little bit of a break here. Don't want to be speeding too much. It's very interesting that they, you know, like third rail electrified this little line here, which I guess that's something they do over there a lot in Britain, right? I still think it's very interesting. Like, wouldn't have it been easier to just, like, I don't know, put some like diesel trains on the on here? I mean, I'm all for this. I'm all for this electrification, you know, for the environment and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just asking myself, you know, the question, like, wouldn't have been like just generally cheaper to put diesel trains on here? Actually, you know what? Probably not, because these, you know, the electric motors are really the only thing that is doing anything in this train. So I think there's some for these trains. There's very little places for faults, very little moving parts apart from like maybe the wheels, right? Maybe the doors. On a diesel train, to have like the whole engine and stuff, you'd have to like maintain regularly and all that. So I guess that makes sense. I just think it's very cute. Very quirky. Going on to 20 over here. Oh, I was also in supplying power the entire time. I'm sure that's okay for the electric, for the little guy's motor, right? Sure, that doesn't damage anything, right? It's just a simulator. Also, my guy is, no, never mind. I thought he was only there in like a shirt. It looked like, from afar it looked like he was only in like a t-shirt. But nah, he's dressed for the weather. He's kitted out. Look at him. Freaky looking person. Alright, 3 more miles to go. It's interesting how shunting and full series doesn't do anything on the second forward gear. I wonder why that is. I really have to do more research on these trains to like actually know what I'm talking about, because it's kind of just me asking questions into the void. But I'll make sure to do some research on it afterwards, because this is quite interesting. Right. We're able to be a little bit faster here. There you go, 45 miles an hour. Zooming. Zooming, I'll tell you. breakneck speeds. Only on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, seeing how broad these bridges are, it makes me think if this used to be double tracked, but maybe they built it back when they electrified it? Interesting. Or maybe that's just how they built their bridges. But now we're almost in Ride St. John's Road. Got a speed limit coming up here, 30. Put on the brakes. A little bit more. These brakes are really good on this train, which I guess makes sense, you know, it being like former tube stock, right? London Underground. What's going on here? Alright, I'll definitely put this in editing what this is. This is like some sort of other railroad on this island that is actually not electrified. And I think they run like diesel or steam heritage trains, something like that. Not 100% on that, but I will do research on that and put that in the like somewhere in the video, because I think that's actually something that's very significant. Kind of forgot to sound my horn there. There's some stuff laying some trash on the side of the track. And I think right here in Ride St. John's, this is where the depot is. Depot? I don't know. But I think we're literally just dropping off this train, so it makes sense that we're on an empty service. Because, you know, this is not where people should go. Let's get down to 20 over here. Although, really don't need to. The 20s after the station. And there's another one waiting. All right. So, the game doesn't instruct me to do this, but I think this is what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna switch, no. I'm gonna switch, cabs. Oh. Well, I guess you're coming to the depot. You're the only one on here. Well, you know. That's just how it's gonna be. Alright. Did I turn the headlights off? No, I didn't. Well, it doesn't matter. We're about to drop this train off anyway, so... Yeah, the game doesn't tell you to switch cabs, but I just wanted to do it for... well, first of all, for the video, and second of all, for, like, a proper procedure. Because I don't think they would be backing up onto this track. I mean, they could. You know, this train can go in reverse. But, I don't know, I think that just seems kind of unsafe. Because you can't really see where you're going. And, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is proper procedure. Alright, I'm gonna come to a halt here. Right. Turn the lights off. There you go. Turn all this off. E max. Wunderbar. Take the master key out. Get stuck on the roof. Severely. Not again. There you go. Alright. Yeah. Not a single thought behind those eyes. Well, she's coming to the station. Or to the depot, rather. Depot. She's gonna get a grand tour of the whole thing. What if that's my boss? Oh. Maybe that's my boss, seeing how I work. Well, I hope she didn't track me speeding earlier. I'm also flying into this depot a little bit too fast. And there we are. No. Take that out. Master key off. Turn all the... Oh, wait. No. Let me... This is so fin... There you go. Let's just turn all this off. Now take it out. There you go. Get stuck on the roof again. Simple, normal procedure. Put on the handbrake. This is interesting. Fully applied. You're gonna be in the dark now. I'm gonna turn the lights off. If I find the button for that. No, that's on. It's off on here? On this side? Oh, lights off. There you go. I'm gonna leave you in here. I mean, if you're not gonna... Not my problem. Boo, what the heck? That was weird. Just like the crusty JPEG. What do you mean? Well, it's probably because I left that one person in the train. She filed a complaint. Alright, cool. I mean, hey, there you go. That's it. Where to next? I don't know. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the second video of Train Sim World 5. Let me know if I should keep this up. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. And definitely give me some feedback on proper operations on this train with the forward levers. You know, the forward 1, forward 2. Because I'm not sure how to properly operate that. But yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!